All right, I'll wait. Yes, don't leave. Let's go. Please leave me. Let's. I'll give it to. I'll give it.
Stand. Stand.
Jedziemy. Poczekaj. Pan, firmy wszystko. Ja
Moje.
O!
Krzysztof, wybuchowy człowiek, kolega Adam. Czekamy.
Dawaj, kurwa, jebnie czy jebnie. Dawaj, hej. Dawaj,
Ja pierdolę. Ja pierdolę, ale...
O, dzisiaj to był wybuch. Trzymaj tam.
That guy's hurt.
Yeah! Fuck yeah! Give us another one! Give us another one! Ah!
This is a nice photograph. Is this elegant lady a member of your family?
No, she killed my mother's dog.
I'm gonna take my road, make my road. I'm gonna walk on by, on and on. Walk, walk high, seasons go by. Walk, walk by.
Are you sober now?
No, now, yeah. I'm never, but I'm
Yo, this nigga look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. That's crazy. I'm driving an ambulance.
You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. Oh.
Thank you very much indeed. $28 million.
Are you fucking serious?
Welcome to the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
Yeah.
And then get round to that train. Alright, Dan?
Oh, alright, Dan.
You alright?
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, not too bad, cheers.
Good stuff. Yeah.
And after that position set, we can get to that gate position over there.
That gate position's tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Spot on. Alright, mate, cool.
Senator Collins, thanks for coming in.
It's a great pleasure, thank you.
This ship that was involved in the incident off Western Australia this week...
Yeah, the one the front fell off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not very typical. I'd like to make that point.
Well, how is it untypical?
Well, there are a lot of these ships going around the world all the time, and very seldom does anything like this happen. I just don't want people thinking that tankers aren't safe.
Was this tanker safe?
Well, I was thinking more about the other ones.
The ones that are safe?
Yeah, the ones the front doesn't fall off.
Well, if this wasn't safe, why did it have 80,000 tons of oil on it?
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't safe. It's just perhaps not quite as safe as some of the other ones.
Why?
Well, some of them are built so the front doesn't fall off at all.
Well, wasn't this built so the front wouldn't fall off?
Well, obviously not.
How do you know?
Well, because the front fell off and 20,000 tonnes of crude oil spilled into the sea caught fire. It's a bit of a giveaway. I just like to make the point that that is not normal.
Well, what sort of standards are these oil tankers built to?
Oh, very rigorous maritime engineering standards.
What sort of thing?
Well, the front's not supposed to fall off for a start.
And what other things?
Well, there are regulations governing the materials that they can be made of.
What materials?
Well, cardboard's out.
And?
No cardboard derivatives.
Like paper?
No paper. No string, no sellotape.
Rubber?
No, rubber's out. They've got to have a steering wheel. There's a minimum crew requirement.
What's the minimum crew?
Oh, one, I suppose.
So the allegations that they're just designed to carry as much oil as possible, hell with the consequences, I mean, that's ludicrous.
Absolutely ludicrous. These are very, very strong vessels.
So what happened in this case?
Well, the front fell off in this case, by all means, but it's very unusual.
But Senator Collins, why did the front book fall off?
Well, a wave hit it.
A wave hit it?
A wave hit the ship.
Is that unusual?
Oh, yeah. At sea, chance in a million.
So what do you do to protect the environment in cases like this?
The ship was towed outside the environment.
Into another environment?
No, it's been towed beyond the environment. It's not in the environment.
No, but from one environment to another environment.
No, it's beyond the environment. It's not in an environment. It has been towed beyond the environment.
Well, what's out there?
Nothing's out there.
Well, there must be something out
there.
There
is nothing out there. All there is sea and birds and fish.
And
20,000 tonnes of crude oil.
And what else?
And a fire.
And anything else?
And the part of the ship that the front fell off. But there's nothing else out there.
Senator Collins, thanks for joining us.
A complete void.
Yeah, we're out of time.
The environment's perfectly safe. We're out of time?
Yeah.
Keeping it to get on the edge, have some success out there, get everybody outflanked, and then come right back with Kyle Eckel.
Eckel has 9 carries in the middle of the field, and Candido 4.
I've said I'm looking at a couple of different ways. One, which you mentioned, Senator, but also trying to expand.
Oh, le bébé, il est mignon. Oh, ils sont mignons, les bébés. Hey, yo, what's up, my nigga? Oh, le bébé.
Today's secret ingredient is...
In a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened somewhere today. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, when residents in this neighborhood were shocked to see this fairly common thing happening. An attractive witness described the event in breathless terms.
I went to my window and I was like, whoa, there's some bullshit happening.
That happened right over there. I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say.
Authorities in special uniforms rushed to the scene to stand around while our cameras filmed them. Our reporter Keith Collins joins us now live from the scene of the bullshit through the use of expensive technology. Good to be with you again, Keith. We have a colorful graphic here that shows instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Is that right?
Yes, although why is unclear. Some say it's because of one fucking reason. Others say it's because of some other fucking reason. I talked to this random expert on the subject who told me this thing you're about to hear him say right after he points at a piece of paper.
I spent my entire life attending the nation's most prestigious schools to talk about bullshit like this. I'm really just happy to be on TV.
Now let's see if we can drag this out a little longer by showing emails written by some of our viewers. I once saw some stuff kind of like the shit you're talking about happen. I have nothing more to add. Another person says, I am angry that things like this happen. I get mad about every bullshit thing I see. So obviously a lot of opinions there to make this story seem somewhat meaningful.
Oh, absolutely, Glenn. This bullshit has some broader implications. Here's a list of tips on how to avoid bullshit happening to you.
And here's some footage of Congress.
Yes, I see that.
Well, thank you, Keith. Let us know if there are any updates on this bullshit story from there.
There's no way there will be.
Very good. We'll check back with you in an hour anyway.
I'm just some fucking guy.
When we return, we'll look at live footage of a car chase taken from a helicopter and free associate about what's going on.
Thanks, Driver.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Driver.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah!
Millie's my favourite. Look how calm she is as well.
Crib. What is this? We're looking at the snipers.
Is enough to get me to the boiling point.
Look at the look of intensity on Maenus. The question is, can Semen get inside Maenus? Maenus has got to be careful of the liver kick. This is not where Maenus wants to be. Maenus is most comfortable on the ground.
Not a good place for Maenus to be.
Maenus needs to loosen up a little here. We know, Pat, that Maenus can take a pounding and come back. Interesting to see Maenus getting a little acrobatic.
Maenus wants to take him there, take him into the deep water.
So far, so good for Maenus. Semen did say yesterday he has enormous respect for Maenus. Now Maenus goes to ground. This is where Maenus wants to be, Pat. And Maenus didn't quite have the time on the ground that he wanted. Double jab, Maenus. Maenus' movement has been superb here. And Maenus is taking punishment. But at the moment, Maenus in a very sore state. Maenus still grimacing here. Officially, you can have as much as 5 minutes to recover. Don't know if Maenus will need all that time. And you know that while Maenus is recovering here, he's also thinking. Can Maenus avoid the jabs? Maenus still shaking out the butterflies. Has Maenus got one big shot left? Oh, stinging punch to Maenus. And
I gotta get the bread and milk. 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 Oh my God, I gotta get the bread and milk. I gotta get the bread and milk. I gotta get the bread and milk. They said snow. I gotta get the bread and milk. Oh my God. I gotta get the bread and